Family, it's May 1st, which means it's time for your Zodiac readings for your Zodiac sign. We're going to be using some quantum magic. We're going to be using multi-dimensional magic. I almost said magnet. Got Crystal Karn on the brain, don't I? Ooh, yes, he does. He's out of his mind. Anyways, moving on. I love you all so much. We're going to do a galactic update, and then we're going to get into all the things, all the beautiful things. The camera's ready to go for the table so you can see your card readings, and everything is on and popping, my family. The galactic update for today. Oh, where's my little papel? Where is my papel for the time? Okay, I've got it. Okay, so I'll just write GU for the galactic update. We'll just write 1 minute. What is going on right now? What are we healing? What is taking place? If I had to let you know the most important thing that's taking place right now in the Ascension Collective, in the Galactic Collective, in the Starseed Collective, I would have to say that it is the fact that the inner child is having opportunities and or challenges and new decisions to be made on how am I going to allow myself to be affected in this present moment. The way that, and I'm speaking from my own point of view for a moment, because what else can I really do? The way that my inner child was getting thrusted and blasted out of the body around certain people, around certain invasive energies, it took longer for the inner child to get back in the suit. I'm noticing that the inner child is staying in the suit. The inner child is being more apt and ready to be in these levels of ascension and be in these levels of happiness. That doesn't mean that these new things that we're attempting are the way to go, but the levels of learning and understanding and healing and transmutation are what's coming through right now. So I'd love to hear in the comments if you guys are noticing that, you know, once the kind of the bad man or the bad woman leaves, you're more readily able to get back into that state of ascension. You're more, you didn't even leave that level. Like you're noticing the improvement. It's all about noticing how far you've come for me. How far have you come? And then attempting new things. We used to like have our hearts be racing, or at least I'll speak from my own point of view again. I used to like feel my heart was racing, and I would try to fix, and I would try to, I would attempt different things on how to navigate this energy that I'm dealing with that's coming from this other person in these present moments. And now what I'm seeing is these people are not affecting me like that anymore, and I'm at least able to attempt new things, new ways of showing up, whether or not those are still distortions from unworthiness or distortions from the inner child or distortions from the past. What's coming through is new. At least we're attempting something new instead of just meeting the people how we used to meet the people. Because guess what? From what I've seen, did what you used to do work? So we have to at least be attempting something new in my point of view. And that's what's going on galactically right now. That's what's going on internally right now. It's all about this braiding of the masculine, the feminine, and the inner child in the highest orders of divinity, in the highest orders of benevolence. And for that to take place, we have to be in higher states of worthiness. We have to be in higher states of control. And, you know, basically being able to control the frequency without being manipulative, while still being loving, while still showing up, while still being there for the person. So I wanted to share that galactic update. Also, what I'd like to announce now, it's been a little while, my family, and I love doing this. I was planning on doing it every 1,000 subscribers, but we're going to do it. We're going to do free readings live. So it'll be, I can't promise you the day. It'll be definitely before the 15th. It'll be within the next few days. So how do you get a free reading live right here on YouTube? You'll get a free reading by finding somebody that also needs a reading that isn't subscribed to the channel. That person showing up, you sharing their name, I'm going to be able to go to YouTube Studio and see who I'll be able to see their name and basically be able to be like, okay, there's their name. And that's all that's necessary for a payment for this reading. All they got to do and all you got to do is have somebody show up, have them subscribe. And, you know, all I'm asking for is an opportunity to show them how much work we're putting into the shorts, how much, you know, benefit can come from being subscribed to the channel, liking the video, sharing them out, doing all the things so we can all ascend together. So yeah, that's all I ask, is that's their payment for 2 awesome 3-card past, present, future readings is what I normally do, unless some spirit directs me in a different manner. So it'll be a past, present, future reading, and all you got to do is stay subscribed for at least a month to see the benefits of being subscribed to Galactic Tower. Of course, I hope they stay. But yeah, get ready, start asking, start listening. Who's got stuff going on in their lives? We all do. Let's be honest. I know some people bottle it up more than others. But yeah, start doing the research and finding the things. And if it works how I hope it will, then I'll do it more often. I want to do this more often. I'm excited about doing the readings again and getting involved with my family. So we're going to start right off how we always do, from Aries, from Aries, from that first sign in the wheel of the Mazzaroth. So what do we have for Aries? 613. We're going to get the deck. We're going to clear the deck. Let's go. Thank you for being here with me today, my beautiful galactic family. Okay. Oh, what are we doing? Pop up the other camera. Welcome in, everybody. There we go. We got the table. The table's ready to go. All right. Oh, a little popper right there. Katie. Where are you guys tuning in from? Multidimensional aspects of benevolence and the highest order of divinity. Please assist Alexander in aligning a card reading for everybody born with the Zodiac sign of Aries. Miss you, girl. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, what a card to start it off with. High ground on its side. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. What's healing? What's transmutating? We'll get it done. Okay. Looks like a little bit of soul retrieval. Okay. Mind, body, spirit. Aries, here we go. Okay. Ram through, Aries. I love it. Okay. The galactic light, the diamond light, the rainbow light, all the light frequency, and us being operation and the facilitation of celebration. But the high ground is down on its side. So let's look at why that's happening, why the high ground isn't up with this, having this access to this light. So it shows something emotionally going on and taking place at the nighttime, during dream time. What is it you're processing? What did you dream about last night? From whenever you're hearing this reading, from whenever you're seeing this reading. If you're seeing it now, what was dream time about last night? This is talking about the tower coming down for the phoenix to rise from the ashes. This is what this entire year of the dragon is about. It's about this masculine, feminine, and inner child all blending together. It's about this whole dragon energy. It's the year of the dragon. And it's not only year of the dragon. This is doubled because it's 2024, 2 + 2 + 4. Looking at Vedic numerology, that is the number 8. It's a double dragon. It's double dragon, family. We got the red, we got the blue. We're making that purple. That's that ascension process, because it's the dragon that ascends into the phoenix. So when we look at the phoenix, we're looking at the past. We're looking at how the divine feminine has been handling fire, has been handling masculine frequencies, how she's been speaking to others, how she's been thinking about the self, speaking about the self, being about the self. And it's saying that going forward, what's the most important message here is moving forward. The worst of it is over, but there's choices to make. There's choices to make. And what the choice is that's most important to make is right here. It's the World card. Choosing and knowing that this has completed, choosing and knowing that this is done, that this is over. This is a rebirth. This isn't a death of the old. These are aspects that are no longer serving us. It's not about getting rid of the aspect. It's not about like, oh, this has got to go. Like that's the way we were doing it in 2012. That's the way we were doing it in like 2018 still. Now it's about being appreciative of the aspects of this parts work, of these shadows, so to speak, because they were necessary to defend you. These were necessary to protect you when there wasn't any protection. Like there just wasn't, my family. And that's okay, but that has to be forgiven. This is how we pull that piece, we pull those pieces back and we repair the auric field of the inner child, of the self, so there can be the appropriate container. So this is an offering that I make to you. This is an offering that you're getting from spirit, from your team, from yourself, making the decision to know you're in a new reality. This is done, okay? Because this outlook, once again, the mind is coming up. You can look at this. This is like the card that represents crying over spilled milk, but it also reminds me of this whole like, is the cup half full or half empty? We got to be grateful if we even have a cup. Somewhere, somebody here has no cup whatsoever. So it's like, is the cup half full or half empty? Like, yeah, that's a beautiful way to look at things and a great way to find power and healing and empowerment just within the self. But like things could have always been worse. And things, of course, you deserved for them to be better, but they weren't for a reason because you needed to go through this death. You needed to go through this shift. You needed to go through this completion to be able to find your power, to be able to get in alignment with the levels of truth that you came here to be in. The cloud cover is mind, body, spirit for you to get in touch with, we're stubborn. We're old souls. We're stubborn people. For us to be able to wake up, we needed to have those challenges. We needed to have those traumas. Otherwise, would you have ever looked inward? Would you have ever asked, like, how do I get out of this? How do I shift this? How do I get into this new level? So looking at this as sadness or trauma, feel it. Fully feel it. That's even today's daily, which I put it up like just moments before going live. So I imagine most of you didn't see it, but that's what it was saying, was feeling the feeling 111%. That's what achieves balance. That's how we pull in the masculine form of the high priestess, the levels of truth, because you know what I'm saying to be true. If you didn't have these challenges, you wouldn't be watching a video like this. You wouldn't have ever looked inward. You wouldn't have ever meditated to see those sparkles or those geometric patterns or, worked on these things. At least 99.9% of the Aries that are watching this, not even Aries, all the zodiac signs. I know being a Leo, I wouldn't have woken up if I didn't have that traumatic, like, what do I do? I'm at the end of this rope. How do I get through this? And I thought back to karate, and I was like, because I was like fortunate enough to have that background of meditation, which it was like visualization practices. All I was doing was visualizing myself whole, visualizing myself happy, because I didn't know what else to do. And that's how I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? I'm seeing lights, I'm seeing shapes. So when I said that, I was speaking from experience. So releasing the past, plain and simple, releasing the past, but not releasing it and sending it out, being grateful for it and asking yourself, like, and asking that version, like, hey, you don't have to go, but just like, maybe you can watch more than you can interject, because those are the thoughts that are interjecting, that they used to protect you. They used to shield you. They used to keep you safe. They're not now. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're bad. That doesn't mean it's a mistake if we allow ourselves to think them. Just checking in on the daily, checking in on the hourly if you want to, or twice a day or 3 times a day, whatever feels right for you, checking in. What could I have done better? What could I have thought better? That's how we control time. That's how we control this present moment, is by being in control in the past and knowing and asking for evolution and being in control in the future. Bo, bo, bam. Taurus. Okay, 1431. 1431. We're going to get right on into Taurus. Welcome, everybody. Some more people came in. Let's go. Alrighty. Okay, doke. All right. Taurus. The highest orders of benevolence of this multidimensional reality and the highest orders of divinity. Please assist Alexander with aligning a card reading for everybody born under the Zodiac of Taurus in this present moment. Now that two. Little Wu-Tang. Hope it doesn't upset the algorithm again. It's just better with music, my family. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but okay, Taurus. Right. Okay, there it is. And then that is May. Okay, learning elements. Here's the bad guy. That was the popper in the last one. Okay. A little more solar people coming up right there. Okay, I can leave it like that. I was like, do I drop more cards? No, feels good. Okay. The message will come across. Learning and teaching is what your message is this month, my Tauruses. Okay, my Taurians. Who knows? Okay, anyways. All of the elements are on the table, but it's almost like somebody hasn't told you, even though I know I've been telling you. Okay, so all of the elements are on the table for you to be the teacher, for you to be the student. There are belief structures that are still emotionally intact from people that said, artists die poor, this is this way, you can't do that, blah, 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 you can't sing, you can't dance, who's going to want this or that. These are these people's programs. Whoever this is, whoever the naughty man is, whoever the bad man or bad woman is, the guidance counselor, the teacher, whoever it is that doubted you, this is what is making this a tough decision for you to step into this new modality of self, because this is still being carried. When we look to the past, we see this big old hat. When we look to the future, we see, oh, it's just tough work to celebrate. It's tough work to do this. Is it tough work when you're as strong as you are? When you're braiding together the timelines and weaving together these aspects of the self multidimensionally, you have these levels of strength. It's time for you to internalize, just like Aries, that you've gone through a death, you've gone through a shift. That old self is gone. That old version is no longer serving you. So what does it say? It's saying you're hoping for some level of healing. You're hoping for some level of angelic healing, angelic balance. You're looking to get in touch with these aspects of the self. You are in touch with these aspects of self. This is you. This is your base resonance. You are a high angelic. You are seraphic in nature, cherubic in nature. You are these cherubims. You are these seraphims. It is by being in the vibration of love that this happens. So what does it say? It says moving forward with love is the message. Moving forward with love, moving forward the inner child, that excitement, that enthusiasm, those functionalities, those cannot be wrong. When you're following those feelings and following those excitements, the money will be there. It's saying, look through the spiritual window. There's some belief structure that is not your own, that is not from God, that is not from the original creator of your soul, your spirit team. This is how you truly heal people. The cloud cover is talking about the divine feminine. It's talking about that galactic mama bear. And galactic mama is wanting you to know, step into these levels of excitement, step into these levels of enthusiasm. I love that word enthusiasm because it says entheos. This is talking about having God within. That's why it's called theology. So allowing God to be within. The God force is the inner child. It's the inner child that knows what you want to teach, that knows what you need to learn, that knows what you need to be putting in the work. But to do this as fluidly as possible, to do this with ease and grace, with flow in grace, then whatever this person is, just know like they were wrong. They were wrong. You know they're wrong. You knew they were wrong when they said it. Okay. So just release this person, and take on those levels of healing by knowing they were right for them. They weren't right for you. And that's okay. That's okay. There's also like sometimes like a lot of like, jealousy almost that comes from certain people that they can see, and they know how old you are, and they know, you've been around the block multidimensionally. So for this, just know, don't let somebody else's fears run your life. It's time to teach. It's time to learn. It's time to build. Whatever this thing is, your angelic services are needed on this planet. So for your angelic services to be in the highest level of divine femininity, of galactic femininity, you got to release whatever it is that this person told you, or these people. It's very, very common. I heard it. We all heard it. We all done it at some point. They are wrong. You are right. The inner child cannot be wrong. That feeling of joy and of bliss, those are the things that we can do all day, every day, and not get tired of doing it. That doesn't mean quit your job and start doing this 100% of the time. It means do it intelligently, do it the right way, get this started at least. Start doing the learning, start doing the research. Okay. 2114. And that would be Gemini. You're all a gem in my eye. I love Gemini. There's so many Geminis here. Some of them don't understand you. I get you, Gemini. Leo always gets you. Look at all the Leos in your life when you were growing up. Some people are they don't like change. And you guys are the great changes. And I love that about you. Let's get into it. Oh, little popper. We're going to get a popper. Make it an ace. Oh, okay. That's right. Ready? Okay, Gemini, what do we have for me? Let's take a gander. Okay. All right. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love it. Oh my God, the cloud covers completion. Okay. Excellent, excellent stuff here. Okay, I know it starts off with the crying over spilled milk and the inner child down on their side, but we can see right away why. Something is still being emotionally and mentally transmutated from past lifetimes. Something is being cleared from the chakra of these old versions of self, of these future versions of self, that you were accused of something that maybe you did, maybe you didn't do, but that process is no longer serving you. That accusation of being accused of doing something wrong when you didn't do anything wrong. You had knowledge from other planets, from other celestial star systems on how to heal, on how to save everybody, on how to do the things, on what herbs, what things, what this, how to dance, just dancing in general. Like there were certain things that you were, cast out as the villain when you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, this is what your spirit guides are wanting you to know in the physical. Your spirit guides have been coming through, and they will be coming through in the physical. Your ascended masters will be coming through in the physical during the month of May, is what this says, especially right here in these beginning windows till the 7th. The 7th is a very important new moon of manifestation of whatever levels of healing we have to and want to get to. I probably should have added that to the galactic update. To be honest with you, it's a very important new moon, but we'll talk about it. I'll probably be going live for the free readings before then. If you didn't hear about that, we're going to be doing free readings live again here on the channel. So Your guides, your other dimensional versions, your higher selves, whatever your vernacular supports in verbiage in fifth dimensional or higher eloquence, are wanting you to celebrate. This is very similar to the other two readings. This one is just a little bit more around past levels of something that was perceived by other people, by other children, by people growing up as a darkness, as something evil. There is nothing evil about you. The only thing that could ever be, then look at this, look at the end of the reading, meditating upon balance. These cards are the same card. This card's number 15, this card's number 6. When you have 15, you have 1 + 5, you have 6. These are the same card. This is no one is stuck here. This is a chain that can be removed at a moment's notice. And you see the feminine, the masculine. There's no better card combination that could be representing Gemini. This is representing all 4 twins. This is representing, the twins that everybody loves when you're in the modality of nurturing, when you're in the modality of building. This is representing the modality of Helen of Troy and, using love and almost like, sexual aspiration almost as a weapon. And then here's the Great Destroyer. This is why so many people can't deal with Geminis, because that like all of a sudden, like, wait, out of nowhere, like they were happy and now they're just like destructive in this manner, or they're so sad or they're so angry. Those are very beautiful dragons of the self that the Gemini has access to, that you can keep looking at these like they're bad and like they're evil, or you can learn how to put a freaking saddle, plain and simple, on that version of the self. And not that it's about like this whole like breaking the horse. I just like to like think about it like, how do I balance all these aspects of the self so we can all move forward together? Okay, there are benefits and negative sides to everything in life. Everything is the yin and the yang. We have to get in touch with duality so we can get in touch with triality, or whatever it is, to get in touch with the other levels and the higher levels of magic. Something is wanting to be balanced. You're sitting still with your levels of strength because you're afraid of doing the wrong thing against what's coming up. That's not possible. Mama's got you. Life's got you. Your starseed lineages have you. So it's like, make the decision for what you've always wanted to do. We cannot be in fear anymore, Gemini. Moving forward with love, moving forward with strength. You are a light warrior. You are a light worker, is what this is saying. So being in these levels of meditation, of balance, is what's most important. And this is already done. The cloud cover says completion. The cloud cover says this is done. So knowing this is done and completing it for you. If you need to set certain things into motion during the new moon, then do that. Like, we're all here to co-create with you. At least your brother is. Like, co-creation of whatever is necessary for you to step into these higher levels of love, into these higher levels of light, into these higher levels of balance. I like to look at this. I'm just going to give a quick analogy. I like to look at this like the tree. Okay, so the angel is representing all the branches and the fruits, and then this other card, the shadow card, is representing the roots and the bottom of the tree. It's about us being balanced in the center of the tree. It's about us not being stuck up in one of the one of the branches, saying like, that's ungrounded. It's about us being the entire tree. That's why the tree is in all of the modalities, all the dogmas. Every religion has the tree represented in some way. So how do we become most balanced, Gemini? Like, balance like more than anybody, but you also know being out of balance and being affected by astral and celestial bodies more than anybody. It's Gemini and Virgo that are the most affected by, say, Mercury retrograde, this thing, that thing, because you have these galactic things are like, when they're up as above, so below, you feel it stronger because of your energy and how your energy works. And that's a beautiful thing. That means you have more access, or easier access, in the future. So how do we utilize this? We utilize this by you not thinking that you're evil or you're going to make a mistake anymore. Like, you know what happened last time you did those naughty things. It's not tooth for a tooth for us. It's tooth for 5 teeth or more. So remembering that and knowing that, because you know that, why would you make another mistake when you can remember in this lifetime? You can remember these other lifetimes. You can remember these other traumas. You can remember the past of your levels of spiritual maturity of like, last time I did this thing, I remember what happened. You're not going to, why would we be, or how could we be foolish enough to make those mistakes again? Cancer. And I'm going to drink some water. Maybe every time I get to a water sign, I should drink some water. 29:54. Let's do this. Yeah, water. Wait, water. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Thank you. That's a lot of water. I already had my coffee. Oh, okay. Let's go, Cancer. Come on. Time's written down. Cancer's going to tune in at the time, and it's just going to be me drinking water. Okay. 2, 3. A 1, a 2, a 3. Okay. Cancer. Okay, there it is. Ooh, both of them. I love that. Okay, this came up as the last card again. I forgot. Oh my god. All right, so there's some hurt that we're transmutating. Things, there's been some question of why are things so difficult, or why is this so hard, or why does it seem like there's always more trauma? What Spirit was letting me know the other day is there isn't more trauma. It's the same trauma that we haven't faced. It just looks different. It just appears different. It's the same thing with abandonment, with betrayal, with this or that. It seems like you've already done this thing that you have not completed. This is what's being asked to be completed. For you to be in the highest vibratory rate, you need to be moving forward with love multidimensionally. If these thoughts are in the mind about yourself, then you're not loving yourself. It's things are harder than they need to be. Whether this is talking about finances or finding love or what you're building right now and creating, Spirit is wanting you to manifest, no offense, better. Like, having these thoughts and having these belief structures, and this to be true. That when you're, because look at this, we got, not only do we have her, the Queen of Swords, who's holding the Ace of Swords, you also have, like, people know you have the truth, because this is representing the position where it's showing your truth and what people see and how people see you. So this is saying you've had the truth for a while. You need to be celebrating. That to basically cast out Satan, or however you want to look at this, if you want to be able to get rid of these frequencies from your life, this is talking about not looking at certain things with abandonment, not looking at certain things with self-discovery, plain and simple, with your traumas, not looking at them in this light. We see the cup spilled over here. It's saying crying over spilled milk. About the Hermit card, the Hermit stands alone. This is the number 9. The 1 and 2 are together. The 3 and 4 are together. The 5 and 6 are together. The 7 and 8 are together. The 9 stands alone. So there's something with abandonment. There's something with being alone, Cancer. And this is what was necessary for you to wake up, for you to look inward, just as I was saying earlier. So this is what's being asked to be healed during this window of this May 7th, this very powerful new moon, healing this once and for all, balancing this once and for all, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, moving into these levels of celebration. If the cloud cover is saying, but my heart is hurting, we have to do what it takes to no longer be hurt. Okay, this card's talking about betrayal, and these two cards together are talking about abandonment. This is what we all were processing. This is what the fact of the matter is. It's very real. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm saying that it happened to all of us, and we weren't protected and we weren't shielded from this. And that, just plain simple, That was the process. That was the way. You agreed to that before you came here, because if these things didn't happen, us stubborn old soul starseeds probably wouldn't have found our power at the time that you found it, probably wouldn't have looked inward. So you're being asked to look through that spiritual window and head towards victory. How do you heal this? You heal this by feeling this. Once again, that was the daily today. You got to feel this, like, but I'm angry. You're not angry. You're sad. You're sad. So the fact that, like, some of you are still saying you're angry means that you've got a ways to go. No offense. Like, that's how it is, because it's not actual anger. It's sadness. It's sadness that's under the surface that makes us feel anger. So if we're still having anger come up or still having sadness come up, this is how it's dealt with. It's dealt with by being grateful for it and knowing that if we didn't have that trauma, if we didn't have whatever this heartache, the cheating, the abandonment, the betrayal, if we didn't have these things, you wouldn't have woken up. You wouldn't have woken up. At least the huge mass majority of you wouldn't have. Maybe there's some 1% of 1% that had a spiritual mom and a spiritual dad, and they brought you up this way. I didn't have that. I imagine the majority of you didn't have that. So there's a way to be grateful for these aspects, to be grateful for these traumas, to be grateful for the bad man or bad woman, instead of, going forward carrying on this hurt. That's how do we manifest? How do we create the house on the hill? How do you create all the things that you want to create if there's still sadness running the mind, if there's still sadness running the heart? That's why it's been hard work. It doesn't have to be hard work, Cancer. Josie, welcome on in, my family. Oh, it's Leo time. I get to do my own reading now. 3640. Okay. Baboom. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty. Yo. Little popper. Baby. Okay. That's another popper. Hey. Okay, well, we don't end the reading on the sword. There we go. Oh my God, something major has been completed, Leo. Let's take a look here. Okay. So the cloud cover is the new birth, the ending. Okay. So we see something with your lover, something with your soul family, something that was karmic is no longer karmic. So some sort of test has been passed, some sort of thing that wasn't done properly in another lifetime, or something that was a major challenge was completed in April. So something major happened. There was some sort of offering. The offering was made. You did something. So that level of that journey is over, or it's almost over. You're seeing that the cement is solidifying in this present moment. This card's coming up at the Two of Swords because you're like, wait, is this done? Have I done this? Yes, the karma has been paid. You are stacking dharma in whatever this situation is, whatever this past lifetime thing is, of why you met these people, of why they're in your life, and what's to come. So we see the family, we see everybody celebrating instead of fighting. We see that there could be fighting with your levels of celebration. This is you stepping into your angelic truth. This is you stepping into your angelic power. This card's been coming up a lot today, the Temperance card. So this is saying that the way that you used to fight with these people, the way that you used to argue and debate with these people, it's going to be very different when you have the angelic in the suit. And this was something that was going to happen anyway. And you were going to notice this anyway, Leo. But this is something that it's going to happen faster now that you're finding out, like, wait a minute, this is done. You can kind of like let your guard down, so to speak, because this is saying like you were feeling stuck. You might still be feeling stuck now, but you're not stuck. You are more free than ever. The cup is flowing over and flowing over and flowing over. So it's time to move forward with whatever this is. It's time to step into these angelic truths, into these angelic and seraphic ways of being, because it's showing like standing still, feeling stuck, not being able to make the decision. Is this done? Yes, it is done. Spirit's wanting you to manifest the house on the hill, whatever it is that you're looking for. Whatever you're manifesting is being asked to be manifested with these people. Manifesting it with these people does not mean if they're still in a negative way of thinking and feeling and being that you have to let them know about it. You manifest it with them by speaking and knowing with their soul that whatever you guys messed up that last time, you guys did it right this time. And I congratulate you on this, because this has been something that has repeated. You've gone through at least 3 to 5 lifetimes to have this keep happening. And something happened last month where it's like, you did it. Like, you didn't make that mistake again. You didn't, or like you did this thing that last time you self-sabotaged, or you chose manipulation or darkness. You chose love. You chose the right thing this time. So moving forward and looking towards the end of the month, we see a bounty of having the high ground. Excellent 2 cards. And then we see this rising. We see these aspects of masculine, inner child, and feminine awakening. We see this awakening by making the appropriate choices, by making the appropriate decisions. A lot of this is about decisions, but a lot of the decisions are made internally. So this whole like boom, 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 I'm seeing like a lot of things coming up with past hurts. These past hurts have nothing to do with these new versions of these people. You chose where you wanted to go. You chose what you wanted to manifest. That's why if you think to the people that you feel that I'm speaking of, you can see they act different. They dress different. They think different. They're in a different way of being, and in new and higher modalities of love, of family, of releasing and forgiving and getting rid of these new things. This is a rebirth. This is a rebirth, Leo. I love what I'm seeing. So there is still some, like, along with the other 5 readings we've already done, there's some things from the past, there's some hurt from the past that is still affecting these present moments, but it doesn't need to be. And I'm grateful and glad to be able to tell you, you passed a major test that you have failed over and over again. So I congratulate you on being here. I congratulate you on doing the right thing and stepping out of the loop. Stepping out of the loop, plain and simple. Like you're out of this loop and you're in a new place. Like it's I can only imagine what's to come for us all. So congratulations. Yeah. Okay. Wait. This one. Wait. Yeah. Gang. Alrighty. So who's next? Virgo 4342. Alrighty. Let's get the shuffling on. All right. Okay, dokie. Virgo. I am the spirit. Key 1, A Tahu. Alrighty, Virgo, here it is. One more cut. There we go. May 1st. Hey, look who's here again. So much of this is about forgiveness this month. It's all about forgiveness. Oof, my God, again. Look at a lot of the cards are coming from the same positions. The last card is the Lover's card again. I think that maybe it was that Cancer. No, it was Gemini. Okay, so this is saying the house on the hill, manifestation. This month marks the representation of you, Virgos, being able to manifest to a higher degree, being able to have a higher level of strength in your manifestations. So what is Spirit wanting you to know? What are your angels wanting you to know? Your angels have been attempting to tell you that there are thoughts on the mind. There are things from the past that it's not about forgetting them. Like you've been being told this whole forgive and forget. It's not that you have to forget it. You need to find the gratitude in it. You need to feel the feeling 111% to be able to release it. And then it's quick. You know, it's been actually proven now by doctors. When we move into forgiveness, when we've actually fully forgiven something, there's cellular healing, there's regenerative healing and regenerative factors that take place in the body that exact night that the healing has been done. So this is asking you to move into these levels of healing, mental, physical, spiritual, astral, causal, by releasing whatever this is, not releasing it, feeling whatever this is. Because it's like if you keep trying to forget, that's not how it's done. There is no forgetting. There is no pushing it out. There is no casting it out. That's doesn't even make sense. Like that's not how life works. That's not how anything has ever worked. That's not how manifestation works. So it's showing that you're standing still with all this massive piece of energy. You have this massive download. Look at this. The hands out with this. Like these are some of these cards aligned perfectly. And so card number 5 and card number 6 are saying like you're standing still with something major. Like you have something massive. And you've been like, what do I do? Do I go left or do I go right? This is necessary to get the inner child braided in the suit. This is necessary to get the self to these higher levels. The inner child needs to feel safe. The inner child can't feel safe if you're still releasing these thoughts, releasing this whole like the cup is half empty or whatever this is, crying over spilled milk. I'm telling you guys, what I needed to do, I had to realize that without these traumas, I wouldn't have woken up. And like truly sit with that and truly be grateful for that and truly allow whatever it is that has to come up and then feeling it, mourning it, like being sad about this thing and getting it all out. Don't save any tears for another day. Let it all out. That's how this becomes easier. Look at this. You guys like literally have a triangle of aces. Like this is very supported and like you're the only ones that are like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You have to do it. And guess what? It's already done. It's done one way or another because we're seeing like, well, what comes next? Once I deal with this, once I finish this, what's going to come next? Awesome, beautiful, epic times are going to come next. Also release that. This whole like, oh, it's got to have to be another challenge. It doesn't have to be another challenge. What Spirit's been communicating with Alexander is like everybody that's been looking at it like there's always the next thing. There's always the next thing. No, it's that one same damn thing. If you look at the roots of whatever that trauma is, it's betrayal, it's abandonment, there's always the same core. So something needs to be completed for the first time. Stop looking at it like I've already done this. I've already healed this, Alexander. No, you haven't. Okay. I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I'm saying we got to finish strong. All the zodiac signs, all of us, because this is showing the mind has us feeling, oh, why is this? The music just gets so loud all of a sudden. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm just going to lower this. Can't focus here. And then you skip that. What even is this? Oops. I love that it's playing Beastie Boys, but that's not the goal. Okay. Anyways. All right. Looking at this, it's saying feeling stuck, the inner child, the masculine and the feminine, both. This is like talking about the whole family, the whole trifecta of the self doesn't have to be stuck anymore as soon as we stop thinking these thoughts. And we stop thinking the thoughts by fully thinking the thoughts, by fully feeling the feeling. So feel the feeling. There is no forgetting. It's not possible to forget something that was this traumatic. I love you. You got this. I know you do. Okay. Oh, technology, you mysterious beast, you. I lowered the volume, and the volume did lower the volume, but then it also started the music here. Only when you're live, right? Leaves! Yeah, let me write the time down. Catherine, you made it. Okay, 50:25. Alrighty then. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to find that song on whatever playlist you're on, and you are going to be removed. No, terrible. Libra, Bondamine, Capricorn, Zodiac. Okay. But I love them, Alexander. But I love them, but I hate them, Alexander. I see you, Libra. I see you. There we go. Okay, looking at this, the inner child. What does your inner child want for you? Okay, something coming through in the physical. All right, moving forward while looking backward. Moving forward by looking backwards on some sort of lost opportunity, on some sort of lover from the past, on some sort of soul family member. That is very important. Okay, this card represents soul family. It doesn't have to be a lover. I would say for what's the percentages, Spirit? That's actually pretty low. For about 25% of you, it is representing a lover, a past lover. This is actually representing soul family for more of you. So this could be mom, dad, so-and-so, friend, cousin, uncle. This is saying that something has reached balance. Something has reached balance, and something is no longer being seen as negative, as dark. You're no longer being seen as a conspiracy theorist. This is what has been taking place. This is not about you, and this goes for all zodiac signs, you proving these people wrong as this is taking place. You know, they're literally talking about the whole, like, how all this water happened over there. I'm going to speak a little cryptically because I don't want to upset the algorithm. How all this water happened over there. They're literally talking about cloud seeding. Like, this is what we were talking about the entire time. It's not about going to these people and being like, I was right. And this is a little bit of that is coming up, Libra. You're wanting to be like, hey, you said this about me. And you don't need to have that be something that needs to be forgiven, needs to be said out loud. This is something you just got to release it and just move forward as, like, keep doing your job, keep doing your due diligence as the light worker and the star seed and the light worker that you are. Okay. Because this is like chaotic to, like, try to get this happiness from proving them wrong, from getting them to apologize. They know, they multidimensionally know. They know throughout the entire self that you were right and they were wrong. So you don't need to hear this thing, Libra. That's just going to cause more fighting, and that's going to show spirit that you actually failed the test. That's going to show spirit that you haven't completed this thing. If you need to be proven right, if you need to be, because that is that going to improve their frequency? Like, if God was within you, goddess was within you within that present moment, what would God or goddess do? God or goddess wouldn't be like, that's the old world. That's the old patriarchy. That's what you came here to get rid of and dissolve and transmutate. So this whole like just pay attention, because this seems like it's going to happen. When does this happen? This happens by mid-month, but it could happen as early as the 7th. Pass this test. Alexander's here to give you the cliff notes, Libra. What an excellent reading to get. Like, you're going to be able to be validated. You don't have to be validated by the person to be validated from within. So it's like, just know like that what's going on, like, you know, maybe they called you crazy. They called you dark. They called you a conspiracy theorist. They called you this or that. Everything that were your conspiracy theories are the narrative in this reality. You were accurate. You were right. I'm here to let you know that. Good job. But this person, this is not going to be beneficial for you or them if you have to prove them wrong. This is the gift that's coming through. This is the gift of this level of forgiveness, this level of release. Do not block out what is coming to you. And like, you know, more gifts, more awakening, more spiritual gifts, more inner child power, you know, because like there's this certain bit of like, you're kind of like a little spiky with whoever these people are, whoever this person is, whether it's family members or whether it's, you know, a lover, whether it's, it seems more like it's friends. It seems more like it's like people that like they should have had your back. They should have been of like mind for like a larger percentage. But like you're kind of like a little like standing still and you're a little spiky. That spikiness is not what's going to be helping you move into these higher levels of being the immovable object and the unstoppable force of love, holding the container as the divine masculine for the feminine, for the inner child, for your feminine, for your inner child, for their feminine, for their inner child. Like, this is just going to create more hurt and something that like they could potentially get a loss on this. Like, this is like, these are the things like we came here to make sure these things weren't happening anymore. If this person keeps thinking about this thing and then they're upset with you and you're upset with them, like these are the things that like, then now there has to be a conversation. There has to be a heart to heart. We do have to move back into those levels of the inner child, or, you know, literally like we're losing energy. Like, it's like if those thoughts are not creating endorphins and dopamine, serotonin and oxytocin, then they're creating the latter. They're creating cortisol and they're creating, you know, more sadness and more anger. So be who you came here to be, and just know that this whole like, you know, being right is very manipulative. You know you're right. You know you're right. So whatever this is, don't forget, feel. Like, it's just like Virgo, but Virgo's is a little bit more extreme. Yours is like, you know, honestly, it's a pretty easy month. I'll just say it for Libra. Like, yours is like, just like, don't act a fool. Act and treat others how you would want to be treated. And part of that is just like, boom, sitting with it. And you can say it with an eye gaze. Like, I pulled into Whole Foods the other day, and like the person's parking job was just so bad. And I looked at the person behind the car that works at Whole Foods, and I was like, can you believe this job right now? And he goes, oh, I can't say anything because I work here. I go, yeah, you can't say anything. I was like, but you can look at me and I can read your eyes. And he started laughing so hard. And he was like, oh damn. He's like, I can do that. You can do that. So just remember that, like, you can just, if you even have to do that, which that still can be considered manipulative by spirit. Like, it can just be an eye gaze, but like you could have like a loving inflection in the eye gaze. Like, oh yeah, I told you that, but it's all good. You know, even that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel like what God or goddess would do from within, but just make sure you don't say it out loud, Libra. That's all. Moving on. Bad boy. What did they do to you, Shine? What did he do? What did P. Diddler do? Who's next? Scorpio? Water sign. You know, I'm gonna put an hour. I'm gonna put an hour so Scorpio doesn't have to watch me just drink water. That gives me 30 seconds. Are you hydrated out there, my family? Stay hydrated. Look, my water bottle has a big flower on it, a big flower in life. People are leaving. I didn't come to watch you drink water, Alexander. Yeah. Let's go, Scorpio. AKA Eagle, AKA Phoenix, AKA. I'm trying to make a bird sound. That's not a bird. Sounds like Dark Souls. Okay. How'd you know it was shungite water? It is shungite water, Corey. It's half alkaline, half shungite. My brother, with the epic intuition. All right, Scorpio, let's go. Let's go. Hello there. Okay. I'm a rebel with a cause. Ooh. Okay, give me something good. Come on. Yes. 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 Yes, Scorpio. Okay. Sometimes I worry about you, Scorpio, but this is, oh my God. Tic-tac-toe. Look at all the 4 aces. There's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Oh my God, Scorpio, you did it. You did it. You broke the loop ski. I love it. Moving forward while looking backwards, you're still looking back. Who was it? Was this Leo? What was the other sign that it was the same reading? If you're checking your sun, your rising, your Mars, if you're hearing this reading again of like, it's done, the karma's done, like, holy crap. It's done for everybody born into those 2 signs. But if you're seeing both of these and those are in influential positions in your chart, like, oh my God. So this is saying like the karma is done, but you haven't realized it yet again. So making sure during this month, we're not fighting with these people. We're not like kind of like starting more. Not that this karma is anywhere near comparable. Was that Leo? I can't remember now. Does anyone remember? Can I get it in my... It was Leo. Corey. Yes. Okay. So, wow, it's massive. Okay. Moving into these higher levels of love, unconditional love, unconditionally loving, looking through the window, it's things might seem a little chaotic. They might seem a little odd, but this is because like you're moving into new challenges, you're moving into new gifts, you're moving into a lot of new epicness. To have the cloud cover be the Ace of Pentacles over the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, like, oh my God, like, is the Phoenix rising from the ashes? I was just saying like what your sign represents. This is showing Galactic Mama Bear. This is showing the inner child. The inner child's getting in alignment with all of this real quick. And your guides are wanting you to have this message. Your ascendant masters, your archetypal functionalities, your starseed lineages, your spirit team has been hoping to let you know that this is done. You passed a major test last month. Like you did something, you set something into motion, you made some sort of change. You didn't repeat something that you used to do over and over again. You didn't do it this time. So there's been this death, like the most positive death that could ever take place has happened. And now there's this rebirth. There's this rebirth of you as this unstoppable force and immovable object of love. Just like boom, like moving, like this is like a train that like, it's like, get on the train, or the train's going to blow right past you and right through you, because that train is the Phoenix. I love this reading, Scorpio. This is very, very powerful, very, very palpable, and very positive. You've stepped out of something major. You've healed something major. So just, if I could make the best suggestion that I can, let me tune in to Spirit. What do they want you to know? Because this is the only thing that like kind of stands out to me right now. Yeah, they're saying you already said it. Just make sure you're not starting more drama and more karma, and like what you're doing is not draining these people. Like there might be certain arguments or people being triggered coming up as a test. You've done major, major work. Let's just keep looking forward. Let's look forward. Let's look to the horizon. Let's look to these downloads and uploads and these massive shifts that are going to be coming, and remove any fear that there could be about it. Like you're in a new reality. You're in an ascended reality that you created. So create another reality that's even better and even better and even better. And if you see or feel like you're questioning your worthiness, know that nobody is in the levels of worthiness that we deserve to be in, that we will be in. There's more work to do wrapped around worthiness. And a little bit of it is like, well, why would I deserve that? Why would I? Because you do. So look through that window and just know much, much more to come, Scorpio. Excellent, excellent reading. Gold star reading, Scorpio.
What about the other 4 signs, Alexander?
That's not what you all sound like.
What about the other signs, though, Alexander?
Sagittarius. Sagittarius. 10616. If that's not a code, I don't know what is. 1616. Okie dokie. Let's go, Sag. Let's go. Cherry, baby. Sagittarius, May 1st, May 30th, the last one. Whoop. Completion. Moving forward with love. Oh. Ooh, cloud cover. Love it. Okay. So with these new levels of completion, you've also, Sagittarius, you've completed something major. Let's look forward at these cards to see what has completed and what Spirit wants you to know. Right off the bat, Spirit's telling you to move forward with love. Like there's a way that you can be moving forward in a higher level of love that isn't taking place right now, because you're still crying over spilled milk, that the milk never spilled now. The milk has been cleaned up. There's more milk. There's an infinite supply of milk. Okay, this is what your divine masculine is wanting you to know in the physical. It's like you're looking at this like there's this tough decision when this major healing has taken place. When you've defeated this, it's like you have cast out Satan. You've cast out this. There's nothing evil here anymore. Whatever this thing is, there's something that you're perceiving as darkness, as evil, that isn't darkness or evil. This is something that for this multidimensional aspect to go through the level of healing and a level of empowerment that you and they both deserve, this has to be internalized and realized. This has to be set into the state of motion of the cup is overflowing. The cup is overflowing. It's even showing that everybody sees, everybody in your life that's important, you sees that you've gone through some big ending and you've started some new beginning. And then it comes up again, the first card in the hero's journey, the Fool, looking where we're going. You're hoping to be on the right path. You are on the right path, but You're not on any path if you're standing still. And this card shows like standing still with whatever this thing is that was perceived as darkness, instead of celebrating these aspects, instead of celebrating how life got you to this moment, how you got you to this moment. You've done massive work to take the high ground. You have the high ground, and you're going to be seeing that this month. I just gave the gold star to Scorpio, and this is a really good reading. You're going to be seeing this month that you took the high ground, and there's going to be lots of signs coming in of your balance, lots of opportunities of proving to yourself and the reality that you are in balance, proving that you, whatever this is, if this is an aspect, if this is an old version of the self, being grateful that they were here and this was here. This was a necessary cogwheel in the function of your reality, of your mind, and of your heart, for you to be protected, because you were not protected properly. So this aspect needed to help you. So now it's, once again, as I said in the other readings, if you're hearing this reading again, or this similar message again, this is really ringing true for you. It's not about casting this version out. It's not about getting rid of this aspect. This aspect is just like, hey, thank you for doing what you did for me when I needed you to do that, for getting me to this point. Now it's like, maybe you can watch a little bit more than how often you interject. Maybe you can kind of like just, sit here with me. And then, if that aspect gets bored and is just like, my job here is done, and they take off on their own. It's not about getting rid of this. I've never been able to get rid of anything. We have to set these things into a mode of transmutation. We have to find unworthiness and turn the unworthiness into worth. That is the only way, as a mental alchemist, as a spiritual alchemist, as an alchemist as a whole, is getting the parts that you do have and turning them into what you want them to be. So I love this reading, Sagittarius. This is you stepping into this angelic, seraphic way of being, way of living, way of celebrating. Scorpio, you had the gold star for a little while. Let's be honest. That was a really good reading, and we're moving on now. Yeah. I saw it, Michael. I saw your name in my emails. Where did everybody go? Where did they go? Like, now that you gave a gold star to Sag, that'll be back. They always come back. But sometimes they come back and they don't comment. You know who you are. Capricorn. The final earth sign. 1, 12, 13. Wow. Let's go. Okay, going on. All right, that last reading was like, I want to stay. You know that sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. My brother Josh from Earth Tuned. Tell him Alexander sent you. He'll charge you the same price, but just tell him anyway. Not a sponsor, just a galactic starseed brother. Family. Brethren. Which one is this? Oh, this is the sound of the crystal. 4096. Yeah, this is my 4096. Okay. We're going to put that down because it rings literally forever. And we're going to get right back on into it. Capricorn, don't ask. You got it. It was for you. Okay. We are on Capricorn, Lindsay. Did I already clear it? I did. I did clear it. Yeah. How come Capricorn got a sound bath? I got nothing. You got a reading. A reading. The sea goat. Oh my God, what a popper. It did like a backflip. That's how we do, Sherry. Sherry said that's quite a lot of tuning forks. Big tuning forks and big deck. Some people use 44 card decks, 66 card decks. Here at Galactic Family. That big deck energy. Woo! Oh. Sherry, what have you done? Sherry. Well, don't blame it on Sherry. I'm the one who said it. Okay, Capricorn, what do we got? Ooh. Oh, come on. Give Sag. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I was going to say, you guys keep outdoing each other. All right. It's not a competition. We all ascend together. All right. We're seeing this masculine level of divinity, this masculine level of fire is now capable of being able to hold the feminine, of being able to hold the inner child. This is what your, again, this card is in this position. This is what your ascended masters, your archetypal functionalities, your higher selves, your other dimensional versions are wanting you to know. You're now able to manifest a safer container. You're now able to manifest levels of awareness, because it's like to me, masculine presence is awareness. You're now, you've learned something. You sat with something last month. You sat with something in the past moments, because this is showing this is already done. It's very interesting. A lot of things are talking about the shifts, but a lot of the signs are talking about the shifts that already have taken place, but you can't see it yet. You haven't noticed it yet. You are on the high ground, and here come the offerings by mid-month. Whatever it is you've been waiting for, it's like, you know, there's daddy fire, and then here's mama fire. So something's happening by mid-month, and then we're seeing right here, there's the King of Swords. There is these thought structures and these belief structures from the old patriarchy that are not serving you. So looking at this whole, like, what do I do? Do I go left? Do I go right? Hoping or fearing I'm going to make the wrong decision. Like that, the only way you're going to make the wrong decision is by leaving room or opportunity for the wrong decision. You need to trust that everything you've been doing and all the work you've been doing, great things are coming. If something seems like it was wrong, if something seems traumatic, then that means that there's healing, there's magic there that you're getting by healing whatever this thing is. And honestly, this card is coming up, but I don't see that. I see celebration in the cosmic position. I see you, this card in the same position again too. You being shown as being the immovable object of love, the unstoppable force of love in masculinity. A lot of this for you, Capricorn, is about the divine masculine, whether you're in a feminine suit or a masculine suit. It's about you being able to have everybody else around you feel loved, feel safe, feel protected, feeling able to thrive. So there are going to be certain people that are going to be testing, are you going to stay in that frequency? So very interesting. Like definitely anybody born under Capricorn, go back later and watch the Galactic Update, because that's definitely for all of us, but it's definitely for you. There are going to be people that are testing your divine masculinity, your inner child, your divine femininity, and attempting to see, like, are you really ready Are you really got this? Do you really got this? Just know this. This is because of their trauma. They're almost like, how dare you come around me that happy? How dare you come around me that safe? So they're testing, like, am I actually safe? So show them that they are safe. Show them that they are protected. Show them that they can be held, and showing them that they can be loved in different ways. It's like, that's what a lot is coming through, is we're attempting new things, and the new things might be the old way. And like, once we see like, okay, that didn't work, that doesn't mean it's a mistake. We got to keep trying. We got to keep doing until we see, that worked, that helped, that did it. So good stuff, Capricorn. You got the high ground. Here come the offerings, whatever you've been waiting for. It's coming. I hope whatever you manifested for is what you still want now. Whatever you manifested in the past, here it comes. Carrie's back, everybody. Carrie, why? She's like, why what? Aquarius. We're on Aquarius, Gary. Where have you been? I know what time it is there. What are you doing? What were you doing, Carrie? 1:20:38. Aquarius. Oh, Gary, there is some good readings today. Is this Indies Maraca? Celebrity Maraca. I found it. Ha 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 ha. You forgot your thing. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, Aquarius. That's it. Energy moving through your mind, electric. Ooh, Aquarius. The truth. Oh God. Oh, it's really good. Okay, what are you doing on the journey? Oh, we got some really awesome readings here today. Okay, the truth about the oracles, the truth about you doing something as a group, the truth about the pyramid, the truth about what is being completed from within, from without, and how to do it with strength, how to do it in the highest vibratory rate. That is what is coming through now. That is what's coming. Look at this, the marriage of the masculine and the feminine, the trifecta, everybody working together, the truth, the celebration, the family. Like, this is all about, like, Aquarius, you're doing something major right now. I don't know if it's because it's your age is the age of Aquarius. This is talking about the inner child. This is talking about the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and some massive awakening. Even look here in the cosmic position. We got the child, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. It's like the entire theme of almost every card. I've never seen anything like this. So there's new levels of strength that you're offering mentally, physically, spiritually, multidimensionally. There's new levels of light coming in that you're anchoring. Oh God, Sag, I don't know. This is really good reading. They might have swooped your star. You're being seen as an angel. You're being seen as the high angelic, as the seraphim for everybody around you, for everybody that's important to you and everybody you're important for. So this whole Queen of Pentacles thing right here, this hope, what are you hoping for? You're hoping to be able to utilize the responsibility and the magic that you've been given. This is very simple. Listen to your enthusiasm. Listen to what you're excited about. What are you excited about doing, and doing that and creating that? This is how we continue to awaken people. This is how we continue to see more and more people awaken. So it's like, and like, look at this again, like these two cards coming up together, the masculine, the feminine of fire. There's new fire. There's new light here, my family, for sure. We're seeing this massive release at the end of the month. We're seeing some sort of peace, something coming to you from the completion, from completing something. Like you've done it. You're arriving to the finish line of this step of life. And this step of life has to do with ascension. God, I love this reading, Aquarius. Like, thank you for whatever it is you've been doing and the levels of work that you've done. This is all about the masculine, the feminine, the inner child, and your truth. Stay in your truth. Make sure you're like, that's the one suggestion I have is make sure you're not lying. You're getting no one. Don't allow yourself to lie. Stay in your truth. Stay strong in your truth. And if you know that this person can't accept your truth or is going to be super triggered by it, then just stay quiet. Stay quiet. Let them read it in your eyes. Like you don't have to speak. You don't have to react. So God, what an awesome alignment you guys got. That was a quick one. The better the reading is, the faster it usually is. What is he even going to talk about? What am I going to add? You're riding a unicorn into the sunset. Okay, there you go. It's a good month. It's a good month, Aquarius. All right, on to Pisces. I think I could probably drink my water afterwards, but I said I would do it. Do a little sip. Gonna do a little sip. Diane. I love you, Diane. Okay. Oh, let me write the time down. 1:25:54. 1:25:54. Well, that was a quick one. All right, Pisces. Let's go. Okay. Me first. Here we go. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. All righty. Good stuff. Okay. We got the two. We got a celebration over here. We got a celebration over here. But we got, once again, this thing is coming up. Is this karma done? So this is saying is the milk is spilled. Looking at this like the milk is still spilled. Looking at it like the glass is broken. Like something's wrong here. Feeling stuck, feeling trapped in something that, yeah, you were navigating your way out of something, Pisces. But this is saying like you're seeing this month, like there's been an ascension process. There's been a healing. There's been an empowerment. We're seeing the light. We're seeing the celebration. We're seeing you're moving forward with balance. And then like just looking at it, it looks like it was going to take you till about the mid-month to be able to see like, no, this is karmically done. Like something's been forgiven. Something's been healed. Something's done. So now it's like, what are you going to do? Like Spirit wants you to like now like get it done, get the work done. You have the opportunity more than ever before. Not that you didn't have it before, but it's like you were going through some sort of healing. You were going through some sort of transmutation. You were retrieving some aspect of the soul, of the self. And that journey is over. Like that journey is like, once again, is another sign. If you're hearing this whole thing of me saying like you're at the finish line, you're about to cross the finish line. This is saying like you're crossing the finish line multidimensionally. And like it's once again, a lot of stuff with family. We got family here. We got family here. So this is showing the tree of the Sephiroth. This is showing the rainbow light. So it's like having the ability to offer celebration to others is what the end of the reading is showing. Others are seeing that you have all of the elements on the table. So what are you going to do with that? Because this whole like oh, but I'm dealing with this. No, you were dealing with that. And if it seems like you're still dealing with that thing, that's because you keep putting it out into the reality. So, making different choices, making different decisions, and proving. This looks like it's about at like the 21st, at some window around the 21st or the 22nd of the month, there is going to be the opportunity to make this same choice again. But it looks like you pass that with flying colors, and you don't do whatever this thing is. You prove to yourself, you prove to your reality, you prove to your multidimensional team, you prove to God, original creator, this is done. I've completed this. What awesome readings here today, family. I love this. So, Pisces, just like you did it. Like, and I saw it as the guy who does the readings like every month and tunes in on each zodiac sign. There was definitely like some window of transmutation of something I saw that I was kind of just like dancing around. Now it's easier to talk about it because it's done. Like whatever it is that you've been processing, know it's done. Like instead of like feeling like you're still stuck in it, even if it seems like it's still happening, you're going to see by the end of the month. And if you don't believe that, then just please be open to co-creating with me and everybody here. You're going to see that whatever this thing is, whatever this reoccurring pattern was, you're going to see that it's done. You're going to see that it's healed. You're going to see that it's transmutated. And I love that, because this just leaves more power for you to do this, whatever this work is that you came here to do. Not going to be as spread thin. You're going to be more packed together, more balanced, more centered. And I love it. I love it. Really good readings go really fast. What am I going to say? Places, what do you want? I'll give you one of these. Here you go. Here you go. We'll go. What's the number? With one of Indy's shakers. Another gentle and friendly reminder. The angelic starseed bracelet. It's going on the site. It's going on the site. It's on the site. I already put it up. Okay. Are you signed up for the Crystal Current newsletter? Look at this. Would you look at that? The clasp. This is the strongest and best clasp and best wire we've ever had. I just keep improving. Okay. Yes, that is. The light's doing no justice right now. Maybe down here. Let me put this camera back on. We're going to do the QVC for a moment. Oh, well, look at that, Jan. Look at that. Is that a silver? Is that a silver obsidian meteorite, Jan? Yes, it is. Are those 24 karat gold magnets set in titanium, Jan? Yes, they are. Are you the only person that has black kyanite beads, Jan? Who the heck is Jan? Anyways, your brother's doing stuff. So yeah, there's the titanium version. There's the lion version. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. Oh my God. Jojo, where are you at, bro? I know you're going to want this thing. It's a beast. So this is the angelic starseed. That's at crystalcurrent.com, along with all my other epic energy tools. Galactic Tarot everywhere. Galactic Tarot's the patron. Galactic Tarot, the things. It's Galactic Tarot. If you find Galactic Tarot, it should be me or somebody's trying to ride the coat, if you know what I mean. I appreciate you all so much. Cheryl's here. You made it. What else? Oh yeah, we're doing free readings. The only thing you got to do is find somebody that's going to subscribe to the channel on that day. Get them all ready. Get them excited. I'm going to be coming in here. We're going to be sitting down. Who knows? Maybe for hours. Probably, because we're going to do readings. I'm going to do 3-card readings for you and whoever you bring in. So get somebody ready. Listen to your family. Listen to your friends. Who needs the reading? Who could benefit from getting your brother's epic intuition? It's been a while. Let's do it again. And I will see you soon, my friends, my family, my loved ones. I love you all so much. I'm going to go now. It's time to break my fast. I love you all so much. I'll see you very soon.